whatever is happening to you, take ownership, get into the driver's seat, and come there with courage, come there with a commitment, come there with a dedication to change and change for good. Hi ladies, welcome to Creating in Abundance. I am Pooja, and in this one, we are going to talk about how to thrive and not to survive. So, without any further ado, let's get started. Why are most women not clear of what they want? Why are they not clear of what they really desire? What is stopping them? What is causing that haziness? What is not giving you the clarity that you need to really understand your desires? This is because you are in survival mode. You are trying to survive. You are trying to just be with what is, and you are functioning from a place of safety and a place of survival. So, how will you create a space where you intend to thrive when you're in a situation where you're just trying to survive? So, let's first understand what puts you in survival. We get into survival when we have trauma. Trauma can be physical, it can be emotional, and it can be chemical. All these three things can be a major factor which might be causing that. But do you know which is the most significant trauma? It is the emotional trauma. Let me give you a bit of perspective. So, when I was a kid, there was this little puppy which followed my dad on his way back to our house one fine evening when he was returning back from his friend's place. I was just about 4 or 5 years old. The next morning, when I woke up and when I saw that black, furry, beautiful puppy, I was so happy. I was so excited, and I decided to call her Pinky. I said, "She is my Pinky." I instantly fell in love with that furry friend, with Pinky. She was everything to me. Every day when I came back from school, I would look forward to just start playing with her. I would throw my bags away in the corner and just start playing with her. That happened every day. But one day, when I was coming back from school, like every other day, I threw my bag and I went to play with her. And out of nowhere, she came and bit me on my leg. It was a massive one. I literally had to get injection. After that day, my relationship with my dearest Pinky, which I loved with all that was within me, completely changed. Not only with her, I started fearing any furry friend with any dogs that I ever saw, and I still have that fear within me. I still have that trauma, that phobia within me. So that's what happens. This is just one example. We might be getting trauma from so many places in our life which we have no clue about. It can be from school, from a friend, from your caregiver, from your parents, from your family, from your siblings, from your teacher. It can come from anywhere and you have no clue, right? You're just going about your day, you are just going about your day doing your normal thing that you always do, and you have no idea what's happening to you, and you are basically operating from a place of survival. When you are in autopilot, you have no control over your life, my girl, because the fear, the programming that has set you up is taking the driver's seat. So it's when you experience such trauma, like some people go through significant traumas. This example doesn't even count. It can be big, it can be small, but to your subconscious mind, it registers as a feeling that is not pleasant. It registers as an emotion or an experience that needs to protect you, that you need to be aware of and to safeguard you if such things happen in the future. So it automatically puts you in a state of safety, in a state of protection. So when this trauma, all this sort of trauma happens, we don't have the necessary toolkits, we don't have the necessary skills to deal with it, and we are stuck being that same person for life, being in that state of being, because we have no awareness. We're not even conscious that we are going through that internally. When you make a decision, when you're in a survival mode, it is happening from the brain. Your primitive brain, which is in a survival state, is making the decisions, and most of the decisions is just to protect you. It's not coming from the heart, or it's not coming from your feminine essence, your womb, your gut. It is always coming from your brain, and you are making calculative decisions to protect yourself, to survive, which is not going to help you anyway, which is not going to help you to create the life of your dreams, which is not going to help you to thrive. It's just basically putting you into a state where you feel safe and you are able to survive. When your actions are on survival, what do you tend to do? When your action is from survival, because your primitive brain is making the decisions, most of the decision is unconscious. It is coming from an auto-programmed, autopiloted place where all the decisions that you're making is not even in your hand. You are not in control. Your subconscious mind is in control, and you are not conscious. Your conscious mind is not making the decisions. It is not fun, my girl. It is not fun at all when you are making decisions from your head and not your heart, because you struggle, you suffer. It is not making you happy somewhere. Your consciousness is still there somewhere, lingering in the corner. It's saying, hear me, hear me, hear me. But what do? You just shove it off. You just focus your attention on being a good wife, on being a good daughter, on being a good employee, a good boss, whatever roles that you're trying to play, and you completely neglect yourself. And is that your fault? Absolutely not. It is not your fault, because you did not have the toolkit, you did not have the necessary skills or the mindset to shift from that state. But today, we are not becoming the victim. We are taking control, we are taking ownership of what has happened to us, and we are transitioning. This is why getting in alignment is so important. Let me tell you something interesting. You'll be surprised. When you are in alignment, the frontal lobe of the brain gets activated. When that is activated, you make decisions that's just juicy for you, that's right for you, that takes you to things that you love, that takes you to things that you truly, truly, truly desire. And who doesn't want that, right? So just firstly shift your mindset from being a victim. Acknowledge your traumas. Acknowledge that yes, you are in survival. There are certain things that is happening to your life, but never let those things hold you back. I don't know what you are going through, my girl. I don't know. You may be going through certain things in your personal life, in your work, or in your relationships. It can be anything. But till when are you going to tolerate this? Till when are you letting things be the way it is? You need to take control of the things you're going through. Whatever is happening to you, take ownership. Get into the driver's seat and come there with courage. Come there with a commitment. Come there with a dedication to change, and change for good. To transform, to get into alignment, to listen to your heart, to make decisions that not only seems good, but it needs to feel good. Connect with your body, connect with your womanhood, connect with your feminine essence again, because you are in power. You are totally in power. So what are the practices that you can instantly start doing to getting connected with yourself, to getting connected with your heart, with your feminine essence? There are a lot of things that you can do, but there are some things that can bring not only flow and fun, but you will be fulfilled. And who knows those things? Who knows what will make you happy? Who knows that will give you less resistance and most results? The only person who knows who will make you flow, the only person who knows who will make you happy is you. But there are certain things that you can still do to make this process easier, to connect with yourself. But the number one thing that you need to do even before you start doing all the other things is to commit to yourself. to decide. And when you make a decision, you need to stick with it because you love yourself. And when you have that commitment to yourself, when you have that goddess energy, you get to be whatever you desire to be. So always, before even starting anything else, get that perspective into mind. So these are the journal prompts that you might be able to use to know yourself better, to know how you're feeling, to get more conscious, and to transition from being unconscious to getting more conscious with how you're feeling, to what things are controlling you, to what things or factors are in autopilot, and what things you need to remove yourself from in order to be more conscious when you make decisions. So journal on these 3 prompts. So firstly, what am I grateful for today? Constantly. It shifts your focus from a place of surviving to thriving because you are thinking of what are the positive things in your life that is happening. Secondly, ask yourself every day, what positive intentions do I set for today? Make every moment, every day intentional. If you are doing a big task, make sure you set the intentions right and do it. Never do anything on autopilot. Get as intentional as possible throughout the day. Catch yourself when you're overthinking, when you're thinking of negative things, and instantly shift your focus by focusing your attention on what you are grateful for and what intentions do you have for the day. The third prompt that you can constantly use, you don't even have to journal it. It needs to go through your head constantly. These are the questions that will reroute you. It's like an anchor that will constantly shift your focus from your unconscious to conscious, and it will help you to create that headspace where you can be able to thrive and get to be the goddess that you were born to be. So the third prompt is, what is the one thing that if I change or start doing now will have the most impact in my life? What is that one thing? And no one can answer it for you, not even me. Only you can get clarity, and that needs to come from your heart. Ask yourself constantly, what is that one thing which if I start doing now will have the most significant impact in my life? And you will receive answers from all the right places, and you need to trust that. You need to trust, have faith, and move ahead. If there is fear, if you feel fear, let it be with you, because when you are expanding your container, when you are going in the unknown, you will definitely feel fear. If you don't feel fear, something is wrong with you. And when you feel that, let that fear take a seat behind. Let it be there, but don't engage with it. It can be there. It can be a non-active personality which is there in your life to protect you. Have that respect for that fear, but don't engage with it. And ask yourself, will I let myself get out of this car? Will I let myself just give up because I feel this fear? Because it's going to be there with me throughout my life with different things I do. So will I let it win, or will I win along with it? So look at fear in the eyes, dance with it, and move ahead. You will find what you need to do next. You will be guided with whatever you need to do next. Just trust that instinct, and move ahead. And that's how you will start thriving and not surviving. Another thing that you can do is start doing things that allows you to feel like you're thriving and not just surviving. It can be little things you do. As a woman, rituals are very important. The morning skincare that you do, the bubble baths that you take, the walks that you go for, the healthy, nourishing meals that you make for yourself and your family. All this can be rituals to enhance you, to rejuvenate you, to energize you. When you are intentional and when you look at these things as rituals, when you're praying over your food, when you're saying your affirmations every morning, when you're looking in the mirror and you're getting ready and saying your affirmations every morning, all those things, it compounds over time, and slowly, before you know it, you have slowly programmed yourself into the woman that you desire to be, who is ready to thrive, who is ready to live the life she desires to live. She doesn't take the bare minimum. She knows what she's capable of doing. She knows what she deserves. She knows her worth. So it is possible for anyone. You just need to be ready. Be that queen that you were born to be. Use this information and put it in your toolbox, in your toolkit, and really use it well, because it will do you only good and no harm. And if you have any other suggestions that can help us to getting into that thriving mode and not just surviving, do share it down in the comments down below so that we can also learn from it, because we all are in the same space, everyone is learning, even I am. And please start with the general prompts. This will immensely help you. It has helped me a lot. And until next time, please keep on creating your inner abundance. Bye.